is a weird one. This is more of like an exercise in patience more than anything else. This is the best Link's Awakening walkthrough GBA version included. Ever. Good. Glad to hear it. Yeah. So, anyway, guys, the next thing you're going to want to do is come back into this room and break all these pots again just to make sure you didn't miss anything. But once you've done that, ignore this guy. You don't need to fight him again. We're just going to move over here to the left, and then we're going to navigate up through this completed puzzle to the north. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to use the key to open this door. And if we check our map, you'll find that we're doing really well. Yes, there's all of this over here we haven't explored yet, and in fact, that's probably where our boss key is, as there is no keys or chests in these rooms, apparently. But we're going to go through anyway, because what you want to do here is realize that all of your friends are dead. No, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and activate this thing. So now we've got access to the boss door, but we're not going to go through there yet, because we don't have the key. We want to go find the key first. So we're going to navigate our way through the completed puzzle again, back into this room with these guys. Again, don't attack them. It's just not worth the effort. We're going to navigate back through this room where we had the mini-boss. We're going to navigate back through this room, back over here to the right side of the screen. Now, you may remember these guys. Disregard them. They're not important. But let's take a look at our map. And remember that time we went through here? Good times. Good times. Your mom remembers, as does Pepperidge Farm. So we want to get across here and go to the north, where we've got another puzzle. And this one includes a yellow. What's the owl tell us about this? Try if you dare, make every tile square. So what that means is you see that there's a tile here, and they got different colors, and what we want to do is we want to turn them all blue. So there you go, we did it. It was really easy. That was like super easy. But that's the key, but that's not going to be your boss key. I don't know if you noticed, but that doesn't look like it's going to get you into a boss room. So we don't want to do that. We actually want to move over again. Now to the right, we've got a room full of jellies, and you'll notice that there's a door, and it needs a key. Now you may remember, if you go back to the right, you had the room where you had to line up all the blue squares, and you got them lined up, and you got a key. And I told you it wasn't the boss key. Well, that's true. You don't need that for the boss room. But if you go back to the right, you'll see in this room there's a door with a lock. If you go back to the left, where you got that key from, that's the key you need for the room to the right. So go back to the right, and once you deal with all the slimes, you can go through that door, and that's where you're going to use that key that you got from the room to the left. Also, you might have noticed that a door closed when you came in this room, preventing you from going back to the left. It's open now, so you can go back, but don't. Stay in the right room and go up to the door and unlock the door with the key that you got from the previous room, that being this room. But don't come back to this room. You actually want to stay in the room where the slimes were and proceed through the door to the north that you unlocked with the key from the room to the left. And that's how we're going to continue on through the dungeon. So this guy here is a big slime guy. And what you're going to want to do is fight him, but you're going to want to not hit him, because as you can see, he shoots off electricity, and he's a real bad dude. He's just a real bad dude. So put down some bombs. I didn't actually know if that would do anything, and it didn't. When he shoots out his electricity, he doesn't look like he's charged up anymore, so maybe that's when you attack him? No, that's not when you attack him. Your sword won't work. Try something else. So, this guy doesn't want us to use our sword on him, so what we're going to do is we're going to try something else. We got magic powder, so let's try that. That didn't do anything. Try again, and he turns back into a jelly. Now we're going to swap him with our sword. We are on death's doorstep, though, so let's take a moment to come over here, get our fairy. Delicious. And then switch back to our magic powder. Hit him with the magic powder, poke him with your sword a few times. Understand that if he lands on top of you, you will sustain great damage. And I don't mean great as in good. I mean great as in this is how you die. As you can see, this guy is very bouncy. You want to avoid him bouncing on you, like at all costs. Just get him into a corner or something. Jump out of the way if you need to. If you're about to die, accept that. You're just no good at this game. I'm not. You don't see me trying to make guide videos. I've only got one heart left. So we're about to do what I call a pro gamer move. Jump out of the way and then whack him in the face. And there you go. Now, you're going to find a fairy when it dies. Don't eat the fairy. Put the fairy in your bottle. Trust me, you're going to find hearts later on. So, what you guys want to do, hit OK. Make sure you got magic powder equipped again. We're going to go through this door here. Now, inside of this door, you'll notice there's no bad guys. Yet. That's because there's no bad guys yet. We are going to want to move these onto these blocks, though, and then push this one here out of the way, and then navigate up the stairs, and open up this here chest. Inside of the chest, you're going to find the boss key. This is what we need to fight the boss in the dungeon, using the boss key. We're going to collect the boss key, we're going to navigate to this corner of the room, and we're going to do a little jig. Now, if you do this for 100 hours straight, it'll actually spawn a fairy, and that fairy is going to give Link his very own crossbow, which he can use to one-shot Ganon in the head. But we don't have 100 hours, so we're going to progress out of here and continue on our mission. Alright, so once you've navigated your way through this space, avoiding any and all damage, which is pretty difficult unless you're a pro gamer such as myself, you're eventually going to find yourself back in this room with this puzzle that we had completed. You're then going to navigate to the north, where you're going to find an empty room except for some slimes. Disregard the slimes. They can't hurt you. We're now going to run along this passage here with the blue. You'll notice up to the north there's some reddish oranges colored. Ignore those. You don't want to mess with those. You want to go down here to the blue, and you're going to find an orange crystal. Slap the orange crystal, and the blue ones will go up, and the reddish orange ones will go down. You can then cross over the reddish orange ones, and you'll be at the boss door. Once you unlock the door with the boss key that you got from the boss room with the boss chest, we're going to navigate through the door to the north. That's where we're going to find the boss. It's a giant blob. It's a mutant turtle. It's a hard-hit beetle. So it's basically like a giant insect, you see? And what you gotta do is you gotta, like, hit it and stuff, man. You get like just like that. You gotta break its shell. Basically, this turtle has severe anxiety, and he's hiding inside of his shell, like, all of the time. And it's your job to get him out of his shell and help him to experience the world. So you got to keep hitting him repeatedly or his shell will, like, heal, and then he'll just hide inside of his shell, and he'll never go and talk and socialize with people. And we really need to get this guy out of his shell because his mom's tired of him living in his basement. Step back. Take your time. I think not. That's going to actually slow us down if we do that. So we want to disregard these guys that are attacking us now and just jump towards this guy and continue to whack his shell. And just like that, we've gotten him out of his shell. Now he can finally go and experience what it's like to be a social person. He might look like he blew up, but actually, he's out at the clubs, and he's having a great time. Collect that fairy, check your map, and continue on to the final room. Welcome to the final room. It has a fairy. Her name is Amber. Hello, Amber. Oh, it's the Fairy Queen. Welcome, Link. I admire you for coming this far. I will give you the power of color. If you want offense, choose red. If you want defense, choose blue. Which power do you want? Sturdy blue male or powerful red male? I didn't know I have to make a decision. Stop telling me it's a nightmare key, but it leads to a boss. Okay, it's a boss.